Hey everyone, it is Mr. Vargas here once again, looking to help out Math 8, this time with homework 5.2 geometric proofs. I know we are kind of going backwards. We had just finished 5.4. That's just kind of how things worked out, and now I just wanted to make sure we did get some practice with geometric proofs on page 383. So let's start out with problem number 1. We're given this picture right here, and then we are also told this information. This is our given in this kind of yellowish color. And then we are asked to prove that x equals 9. So they started out for us given two intersecting lines with the measure of angle 7 equal to 9x and the measure of 8 equal to 11x. So I already have that written down here. Prove that x equals 9. So let's go ahead and start with that paragraph proof. The first thing that we want to say is angle 7 and angle 8. They told us that information. These angles, a straight angle, and that kind of makes sense because if you look at the picture, 7 and 8 right here make a nice straight line. When they combine them together, they get this line right there, so they're a straight angle. So they are linear pair angles. Okay, and then the next sentence says, so the measure of angle 7 plus the measure of angle 8 has to then equal, well, two angles that form a straight line. They have to have a sum of 180 degrees by the definition. This is already written for you, definition of supplementary angles. Okay, next sentence then says by substitution that means that we know angle 7 from up here. Angle 7 is just equal to 9x. So we can write this as 9x plus 11x, which this was angle 8, they told us in the given section. And that has to equal 180. Okay, so therefore x equals 9 by the division property. And where did I get that from? Well, 9x plus 11x equals 180. That would make 20 x's equal to 180. And then you would divide both sides by 20 to get that x equals 9. Alright, that's the first proof. Let's jump to the second one. Alright, problem number 2. We are given this line segment right here, AB, BC, CD. And these are supposed to represent different cities. They also tell us that B is the midpoint of AC, so that means B is directly in the middle of AC. So from A to B, it's the same distance as from B to C. And C, right here, is in the middle of B and D. So what that means is C, BC, from here to here, is the same distance as from C to D, right there. Okay, our job is to prove that AB is equal to CD. Let's start out with the proof and fill in the blank. By the definition of midpoint, we know that BC, from B to C, is the same as from A to B, so we can write that. So AB is the same distance as BC. And what else do we know? We also know that from B to C, that's the same distance as from C to D. So those are equal.
No.
Okay. Therefore, we are at the last step. Therefore, AB is equal to CD by, well, what did we do here? We just kind of utilized substitution. Because all we had to do was substitute A and B with BC. So all I did was take out this BC and replace it with AB, and that got me AB is equal to CD. Alright, that's it for this video. Good luck on the rest of the assignment, and see you in class.